All right, as you guys see on the title, what is the biggest mistake wholesalers make? That answer is wholesaling. Yes, the biggest mistake wholesalers make is that they only wholesale. And it's okay because I made that mistake too when I first got into the game, but oh my gosh, you guys are leaving so much money on the table if you're only wholesaling. So check it out. Say you cold call 100 sellers. Let's say you got a 5% closing ratio. You just closed 5 people. That also means you left 95% of the people to go dead. Like 95% of dead leads, that's a lot of money, guys. So what you guys need to do is you guys need to get into creative financing, and that is going to change your life completely. The biggest misconception is people still think you need cash or maybe even credit for creative financing, but you don't. The other really cool part about creative financing that really no one talks about is the fact that you could offer more than what a home is even worth. I want to break this down for you guys, give you guys a couple examples. Some of these homes were even bought through creative financing, but check this out. With creative financing, there's 3 strategies that kind of fall under it. So first off, you have agreement to deed. That is what I started with. Agreement to deed is where you can, basically finance the home but not pay the closing costs. So you can acquire your own rental property, house for you to live in, whatever you want to do with it, and you don't even have to pay the closing costs. So when you don't have to pay the closing costs, there's no credit, none of that, it is free. And that is the only way to truly get a home for 100% free, not one penny out of your pocket. The other strategy you could be using is sub 2. You would only be using that if a seller had a mortgage on a property. And the third one is just traditional seller finance. So now I want to give you kind of an example of what all this looks like. So say we're talking to a seller, right? And, we're trying to make a wholesale deal work. It's just not working. There's a difference in price. Seller wants 100. We got to be at like 70. It just ain't going to happen. Or maybe even the house is, this seller's got a great home. Home is fully updated. They're not distressed. They're not going to take that lower offer. They want market value, right? So most wholesalers, they're going to dead those leads. And that makes me cringe because that's a lot of money they're passing up. So when we're in that situation, really the combo looks like this. I know we got this price difference. You want 100, I got to be at 75. And look, I don't blame you for wanting 100. That's fair. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to actually offer you more than what you're asking, more than what the home's even worth, if you're open to selling on terms. A lot of the times you're going to be like, oh, what does that mean? More or less, basis of creative financing is that I'm going to make you monthly payments and eventually cash you out. Now, let me give you a practical example so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So we were in contact with this one seller. It was a commercial hair salon, 2 apartments above that, and then 5 single-family homes. It was on like 5 acres. So the guy, he wanted $500,000, and to be honest, that was like kind of pushing market value. That's like top dollar. And, he really wasn't open to creative finance at first. He kind of just like, if we were going to do a deal, he just wanted to be bought outright. So what do we do to get him to want to do creative finance? We just offer more than what it's worth. So to get him to do this deal, we actually paid $865,000 for this property. That's almost $300,000 over what it's even worth. Most people, when I tell that to, they're like, yo, like this guy's crazy. Why would you ever do that? Even the seller was thinking that, like, yo, why would he pay almost $300,000 over? But to me, because I'm creative, I can make sense of that. So really what the deal came out to be was we agreed on $865,000 as a total figure. We did a 10-year balloon, so I had 10 years to cash this guy out, and I pay him, I make payments of $5,000 a month. There's no interest on the deal. There was no down payment. He financed the full $865,000. Right now, the property cash flow is about $8,000 a month, so we net cash flow roughly like $3,000 a month. So if you do the math, we're cash flowing $3,000 a month. That's well over $100,000 over the course of those 10 years. Now that's cool and all, but here's where the real play is. So being that we're in debt $865,000, we're paying it down $5,000 a month. At the end of the 10 years, when it comes time to cash him out, we only owe him, I think it's like $265,000. In 10 years from now, my bet is that property is going to be worth well over $800,000. So when it comes time to cash him out, I'm going to have over $500,000 in equity, and I made a few hundred on the cash flow. So really what I want you guys to see is there's so much opportunity you guys are missing. So much opportunity is being left on the table, and you just got to know the right strategy. And that property alone, that one I actually skipped out on the closing costs, so not one dime has come out of my pocket, and I have full possession of it, and I've been cash flowing ever since. If you guys need help with any of this, the Discord link is in the bio. I go live. We host a Zoom meeting twice a week in there, and you can ask me anything. I can also give you coaching, all that stuff. So if you guys need anything in the meantime, you know where to find me. Peace.